Pat Summitt's unyielding legacy towers over women's basketball like a colossus. Her trailblazing career was forged in the fire of unrelenting passion and unwavering dedication. Witness the unforgettable story of a legend who redefined greatness. Patricia Sue Head was born on June 14, 1952, in Clarksville, Tennessee, a small town nestled in the heart of the Volunteer State. Her early life was marked by the rustic rhythms of rural America, where hard work and self-reliance were etched into the fabric of everyday existence. Pat's parents, Richard and Hazel Head, were high school sweethearts who instilled in their children the values of discipline, perseverance, and a strong work ethic. The family's farm, where Pat spent countless hours helping with chores and tending to livestock, would later become a metaphor for her coaching philosophy, cultivating growth, nurturing talent, and harvesting success. As a young girl growing up in the 1950s and 60s, Pat was exposed to the societal norms of the time, which often relegated women to traditional roles. However, her parents encouraged her to pursue her passions, including sports, which were slowly gaining acceptance as a viable outlet for female athletes. The historic events of the civil rights movement and the emerging feminist movement also had a profound impact on Pat's formative years, shaping her awareness of social justice and fueling her determination to challenge existing norms. Pat's introduction to basketball came at an early age, courtesy of her mother, who taught her the fundamentals of the game in their backyard. This innocent beginning would eventually blossom into an all-consuming passion, driven by Pat's natural aptitude, fierce competitiveness, and an unrelenting desire to improve. As she entered high school, Pat's athletic prowess became increasingly evident, earning her a spot on the Cheatham County Central High School basketball team. Under the guidance of Coach Tommy Lynn, Pat began to develop the skills that would one day make her a legendary coach: attention to detail, strategic thinking, and an unwavering commitment to excellence. The late 1960s and early 1970s were a transformative period in American sports, marked by the passage of Title IX, which mandated equal opportunities for female athletes in educational institutions. This landmark legislation would have a profound impact on Pat's future, paving the way for her to pursue a career in women's basketball. As she navigated the uncharted waters of female athletics, Pat drew inspiration from pioneering figures like Billie Jean King and Wilma Rudolph, who were redefining the boundaries of what was possible for women in sports. As Pat Summitt's playing career blossomed, she became a dominant force on the court, earning numerous accolades, including All-American honors in 1974, during her senior year at the University of Tennessee at Martin. Her impressive skills and unwavering dedication caught the attention of coaches and scouts, paving the way for her future success as a coach. In 1974, Pat married Ross Summitt, and the couple had one son, Tyler, in 1990. Pat's transition from player to coach was seamless, as she took the reins as the head coach of the Tennessee Lady Volunteers in 1974, at just 22 years old. With an unrelenting passion for the game and a keen eye for talent, Pat began to build a program that would become synonymous with excellence. Her early years as a coach were marked by tireless recruiting efforts, innovative training methods, and an unwavering commitment to developing her players both on and off the court. One of the defining moments of Pat's coaching career came in 1987, when she led the Lady Volunteers to their first NCAA championship title, defeating Louisiana Tech 67-44. This triumphant victory marked a turning point for women's basketball, as it brought unprecedented attention and recognition to the sport. Pat's team would go on to win 7 more NCAA titles under her guidance, cementing her status as one of the most successful coaches in college basketball history. Throughout her career, Pat was known for her intense preparation, meticulous game planning, and ability to motivate her players to perform at their highest level. Her famous defensive pyramid strategy, which emphasized a stifling defensive approach, became a hallmark of Tennessee's success. This innovative system, combined with her exceptional leadership skills, allowed Pat to extract the best from her players, often pushing them to achieve beyond their perceived limits. Pat's relationships with her contemporaries were equally significant, as she formed lasting bonds with fellow coaches like Gino Auriemma and Sylvia Hatchell, These friendships, forged through a shared passion for the game, would endure despite the intense rivalries that developed between their teams. Pat's influence extended far beyond the court as she became an iconic figure in women's sports, using her platform to advocate for greater opportunities, resources, and recognition for female athletes. In 1998, Pat was diagnosed with a benign tumor on her spine, which required surgery and a lengthy recovery period. This challenging experience only strengthened her resolve as she returned to the sidelines with renewed vigor, leading the Lady Volunteers to 2 more NCAA titles in 1998 and 2000. Her unwavering dedication to her team and the sport was exemplified by her willingness to adapt and evolve, as she incorporated new strategies and technologies into her coaching approach. As Pat Summitt's coaching career continued to soar, she became an iconic figure in women's basketball, known for her unwavering dedication, unrelenting passion, and innovative approach to the game. One of the most significant events in her career came on March 30, 2003, when she led the Lady Volunteers to their 6th NCAA championship title under her guidance, defeating Connecticut 73-63. This victory marked a milestone in Pat's career, as it solidified her position as one of the most successful coaches in college basketball history. In the years that followed, Pat continued to push the boundaries of excellence, leading the Lady Volunteers to 2 more NCAA championship titles in 2007 and 2008. Her team's success during this period was marked by a stifling defensive approach, which became a hallmark of Tennessee's program under her guidance. The defensive pyramid strategy, which emphasized a combination of man-to-man and zone defense, allowed Pat to extract the best from her players, often pushing them to achieve beyond their perceived limits. Pat's relationships with her contemporaries continued to play a significant role in her career, as she formed lasting bonds with fellow coaches like Gino Auriemma and Sylvia Hatchell. Despite the intense rivalries that developed between their teams, these friendships endured, and Pat often sought guidance and advice from her peers. One notable example of this came in 2006, when Pat and Gino Auriemma engaged in a series of highly publicized games, with Tennessee ultimately emerging victorious. The rivalry between these 2 coaching legends added a new level of excitement to the sport, as fans eagerly anticipated their matchups. In addition to her on-court success, Pat became an iconic figure off the court, using her platform to advocate for greater opportunities, resources, and recognition for female athletes. She was a vocal supporter of the Women's Basketball Coaches Association and served on the organization's board of directors. In 2009, Pat was inducted into the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame, a testament to her enduring legacy in the sport. As the years went by, Pat continued to innovate and adapt, incorporating new strategies and technologies into her coaching approach. She became known for her use of advanced analytics and video analysis, which allowed her to gain a deeper understanding of the game and make more informed decisions on the sidelines. This commitment to innovation was exemplified by her decision to hire renowned sports psychologist Jenny Moshak as the team's mental performance coach. Under Moshak's guidance, the Lady Volunteers developed a robust mental training program, which helped players to develop the skills and resilience needed to perform at their best under pressure. In 2011, Pat announced that she had been diagnosed with early-onset dementia, a condition that would ultimately force her into retirement. Despite this challenging diagnosis, Pat remained committed to her team and the sport, continuing to coach the Lady Volunteers during the 2011 to 2012 season. Her courage and resilience in the face of adversity inspired countless fans and players, and her legacy continued to grow as she transitioned into a new phase of her career. As Pat Summitt navigated the challenges of early-onset dementia, she remained a beloved figure in the world of women's basketball, with her legacy continuing to inspire countless fans and players. Despite her diagnosis, Pat remained committed to her work, and in 2012, she published her memoir, Sum It Up, which offered a candid look at her life, both on and off the court. The book became a bestseller, with proceeds supporting the Pat Summitt Foundation, which she had established to fund research into Alzheimer's disease and other dementias. In the years that followed, Pat's health continued to decline, but her spirit remained unbroken. She attended games and practices whenever possible, offering words of encouragement to her former players and colleagues. In 2016, the University of Tennessee renamed its basketball arena Thompson Bowling Arena at the Summit in her honor, a testament to her enduring impact on the program. Pat was also recognized with the Presidential Medal of Freedom, the nation's highest civilian honor, which was presented to her by President Barack Obama in a ceremony at the White House. As Pat's condition worsened, she surrounded herself with loved ones, including her son Tyler, who would become her primary caregiver. Despite the challenges she faced, Pat remained a source of inspiration, and her legacy continued to grow. In 2017, the NCAA announced that it would be establishing the Pat Summitt Trophy, which would be awarded annually to the nation's top women's basketball player. The trophy was designed to honor Pat's commitment to excellence and her tireless advocacy for women's sports. On June 28, 2016, Pat Summitt passed away at the age of 64, surrounded by her family and loved ones. Her death was met with an outpouring of tributes and condolences from across the basketball world, as fans, players, and coaches alike remembered her as a pioneer, a mentor, and a friend. In the days that followed, thousands gathered to pay their respects, including a memorial service at Thompson Bowling Arena, which featured eulogies from some of the biggest names in women's basketball. Today, Pat Summitt is remembered as one of the greatest coaches in the history of women's basketball, with a legacy that extends far beyond her impressive win-loss record. Her commitment to excellence, her passion for the game, and her tireless advocacy for women's sports have inspired countless young athletes, and her influence can be seen in programs and players across the country. The Pat Summitt Foundation continues to fund research into Alzheimer's disease and other dementias, and the trophy that bears her name remains one of the most prestigious honors in women's basketball. As a testament to her enduring legacy, the University of Tennessee has established the Pat Summitt Leadership Center, which offers programs and resources designed to empower young women and promote leadership development. The center is housed in the Thompson Bowling Arena, where Pat spent so many years coaching and mentoring her players. It is a fitting tribute to a woman who dedicated her life to inspiring others, and whose legacy will continue to inspire generations of athletes and leaders to come. She once said, "I'm not going to focus on the end, I'm going to focus on the journey," a testament to her courageous spirit and enduring legacy. That's all for today's Sports Bios. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, I'm Howard Closewell reminding you to keep shooting for your goals.